everyone.
Hello there. Okay. She started.
Every time I do a video with this guy, I just have to laugh.
I don't know why.
Anyways, but we wanted to first introduce ourselves if there's anybody that doesn't know us. I'm Fiorella and I'm a life coach. And this is...
I'm Daniel and I'm also a life coach, among other things, of course.
We're a lot of things actually.
Yeah,
but
not just life coaches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we wanted to post this video and talk a little bit about something that came up during our lunch today. And it was something that I have been thinking a lot about, and we often tell people and have learned ourselves to start to honor our feelings and start to embrace them and start to acknowledge them in order to shift them and in order to heal them. But something that has been coming out for me lately is how do you know when you just should like choose something else and let the feeling just go, or you should stay in it and feel it? Meaning, like, when is it a good thing to just decide and choose to be in another energy, or when should you stay there and really feel it and acknowledge it?
Yeah, exactly, because of course you should honor your feelings. It's really important, and actually look where they are coming from, because sometimes they're coming from a space where you want to be in life, and real often they come from past experiences and subconscious programs, and maybe that is a lot of feelings or thoughts that come up that produces feelings that is maybe not the feelings you want to get stuck in. And that's a little bit what we was talking about actually at lunch, that it's okay, it's absolutely okay to feel all the feelings all the time, but sometimes maybe you don't want to get stuck in those feelings.
So for example, let's say I don't know, you or me, I want to go exercise and I'm not really feeling like it. So should I
do it or not?
Do it anyways and pass my my layer of feeling, or should I acknowledge my feelings and be like, well, today I don't feel like exercising? Because I feel like there's like a really fine line in between when to proceed with that and when to just really listen and go in.
Yeah, because sometimes I think our brain is like producing that thoughts that produce feelings that make you not want to do, for instance, go exercise, and if the body is producing that all the time, then you're never gonna make that exercise. Actually, you're never gonna overcome that feeling that is stuck in your body. So then you will just procrastinate that all the time, and that feeling maybe isn't the best feeling to keep. Then maybe you should overcome that feeling actually.
Because actually procrastination is everywhere in your life where you're not really fully showing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Where you're really just putting things aside and for later, because there's a fear or something inside that if you go into it, there's like a huge shift inside of you, and you know this unconsciously. That's why you like sometimes just like stop yourself from going in there.
And that's also now you brought up a little bit about fear. Fear is like a quite powerful feeling that a lot of people feel, that when fear comes up you get more or less paralyzed and you can't do anything of what you feel that fear for. So, but fear is also a really good feeling to have, because it's an indicator about maybe some stuff that you shouldn't do sometimes, or an indicator that something is about to happen, and then it's actually a good fear. Maybe it's a fear that's telling you shouldn't go on that street tonight. Something telling
Just trying
you.
to protect you.
Yeah, it's actually trying to protect you, because then you read the day after that something happened in that alley that evening. So that was your intuition that caused the thoughts that create that fear feeling to protect you from going there. So that fear feeling is actually good. So sometimes the fear is really, really good. But also the fear is something you should overcome sometimes. Because if you get stuck in the fear, you will get stuck in life as well. And you won't go to the next step in life, to the next level of your, how do you call it?
Of your evolution.
Evolution,
of your
yeah,
growth.
exactly, growth, yeah.
So okay, so basically, then if it's basically, I mean, conclusion is like not. It's okay to feel whatever it is that you're feeling, because there might be some sadness that still needs to be processed. There might still be anger that hasn't been allowed to manifest, to be expressed, right? There might be some whatever feeling it is that it's coming up when you're feeling something and it's creating your experience. There might still be there because you haven't allowed yourself to feel it. So I think it just comes down to a matter of looking at what is coming up and really like being curious about it, and thinking, okay, is this something that has been repeating itself over and over and over in my life? Do I feel like this every time I have to do this one thing? Like, do I go back and procrastinate every time I need to do this particular thing? And do I feel this way every time? So it's more of like going in and like really, really like question and feeling if it's something that's been coming up for a long time, or if it's something that you should really process at that moment and honor it.
Yeah, because often those feelings that actually stop you from doing those things are actually just lie. Stuff that happened some in your past experiences that created those lies that are running in your head over and over and again. So those type of feeling you need to address and see why are they always coming up when I'm going to do this, or when I'm going to do this. And it's also important to know that you are not your feelings. You are not your feelings.
That your feelings actually create the experience, your experience around them. So as much as if it's good to feel them and acknowledge them, they can also make you lose your power and feel powerless in life, because you're being stuck and you're being pretty much guided by them. Like your actions, your emotion, and your well-being is pretty much in function of them. So you're basically giving your power away to your feelings. So it's really good to go inside once again and really acknowledge where these feelings are coming from, and that there's something that's been repeating in your life for many times, so that you can push yourself through the feelings and come out on the other side, and noticing too that when you do this, there's a huge shift energetically that happens. There's a huge like a box like that breaks up and stretches out and expands, meaning you grow, you learn.
Yeah, exactly, because there is times where you just should tell your feeling that fuck yourself. Because sometimes you have to just step beyond your feelings and actually do, like, take action as well, not get stuck in the same emotion over and over again. For instance, fear, or if you feel another anger or whatever it can be, it's different feelings. So it's sometimes you have to, how do you say when you come over your feelings, or
Overcome them.
overcome
Go
your
through
feelings?
them.
Yeah, go through them, overcome your feelings. Yeah, that was what I wanted to say actually. And for me, feelings are like wonderful to have. That's one of the sweetness of human experience actually.
It's part of being human.
It's part of being human and feeling, the joy, the love, the abundance you feel, and also feel the anger, the sadness, the that you're not, I don't know, yeah, those feelings as well. So the whole spectrum is actually so nice to feel and be in them as well. So don't strive to always get out of the bad feelings, the feelings that you evaluate that are bad, because actually there are no feelings that are bad or good. They're just feelings.
And there are perceptions in the value that we give them.
Yeah.
So you can actually be friends with your bad feelings, and in order for them to shift into something else, in order for them to feel like they've been acknowledged, so they can move on, right?
Yeah.
Because all they want is to be seen, just like you, just like us. We all just want to be seen for who we are. And if this sadness, anger, it feels like it's not being seen, it's gonna keep knocking at your door every day. Look at me, look at me, look at me. But you just keep ignoring it and shoving it down.
And remember that feelings actually are a production of your thoughts. So your thoughts create your feelings. Almost every feeling is a creation of your thoughts. There's also some feelings that are so imprinted in your cells, in your body, so it doesn't need that thought to activate. But almost every feeling is coming from what you are thinking. And so you're actually creating the feelings and you're sustaining the feelings. So if you keep creating the same thoughts, or you keep creating thoughts that are similar to activate the same feeling. So that's how you actually get
it's like
stuck.
A cycle.
Yeah, you get stuck in this cycle. You're thinking something that activates grief or sadness, and then you get sad and you think more stuff that makes you sad, and you just go on and go on and go on.
And it just feels like it never stops. And because it really doesn't stop unless you stop it, unless you decide to either feel it, process it, release it, let it go, and choose something else.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get stuck in there, because there's so much more, out there to feel, that you're not even allowing yourself when you're stuck in something. So
yeah, so that we want to say that I think is really, really important. That is to allow yourself to feel all the feelings.
yeah,
All the feelings. And there's no feelings that are bad, actually. It's just that you should sometimes not get stuck in your feelings, not get stuck in your thoughts, get stuck in your past experiences, get stuck in your subconscious programs. There is where you want to, transform that to another space, to another, what you can hold it, baby? Help me there.
yeah, to transform them, to shift them, to
Yeah,
allow
shift them.
more
Yeah, exactly.
more of life to come through, to allow for other feelings to come through.
Yeah.
So basically, just go ahead and feel your shit.
Absolutely.
Feel it deeply. Feel it a lot. Acknowledge and love it, embrace it, and it will transform.
Yeah.
It will transform into something else. And notice where you're being stuck in one same pattern. That's where you need to do the work. That's where you need to choose something else.
Yeah.
That's where the transformation is. That's where your growth is going to be, right there.
Yeah, and be aware of them. Be aware of them. Yeah, so you feel them.
So go feel, people. Feel.
Go feel
it's awesome
everything.
to feel.
Everything.
Just feel everything.
Yeah.
Feel it to the
Feel
core.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.